Hi friends, welcome to today's video. So we are learning all about candlesticks in this videos, and in my upcoming videos also I would be teaching more of candlesticks pattern. So being this particular video, you're going to learn what is candlesticks and how is the candle formed, green or red, and you'll also learn about reversal patterns, candlesticks patterns in this video, one on a bullish side and one on a bearish side. I will show you how you can take a trade on it as well. So if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. So let's not waste the time, so let's get started with the video. As the name suggests, it looks like a candle, so it is called as candlesticks, and this is one of the very important component. That is, a price is very important component which you'll have to learn when you want to learn technical analysis. So let's understand how the candle. So this is a candle which is formed. So the one which is filled is always called a body of the candle, and this is the high of the candle, and this is the low of the candle, and this is called upper wick, and this is called lower wick. And this is common whether it is going to be a red or a green candle. So this is high, this is low, this is the body of the candle, this is called upper wick, and this is called lower wick. So let's understand how the candles are formed, green or red. So let me take an example of ITC. Say this particular candle. So as I said, when you're analyzing a particular candle, so that has a four important component, which is open, high, low and close. So every candle will show you open, high, low and close, and this depends on the time frame what you're going to choose. So particularly I've chosen now 15 minutes candle, mean to say this particular candle is of 15 minutes trade, and every candle, as I said, you can find open, high, low and close, and this is what is going to decide whether the candle is going to be a green candle or a red candle. So let's take example of this particular candle. If you see, the open of this candle was 283.05, and it made a high of 284.95 and made a low of 282.75, and the closing was 284.35. So whenever it's a green candle, you will always have to look on open and the close. You can see the opening was 283.05 and the close was 284.35. Whenever the open of the candle or the close of the candle is higher than the open, then it is going to be a green candle. So green candle, this is the opening of the candle, this is the closing of the candle, and this is the high and this is the low. So it opened at 283.05 and it closed at 284.35. Okay, this is called the body of the candle, this is the opening and this is the closing. So this, whenever the closing of a candle is higher than the opening, it's a green candle. So let's understand why this was a red candle. Similarly, you go back and check, the opening of the candle was 284 and the closing of this candle was 283. Mean to say this opened at a higher and closed lower. So that is where this is a red candle. The opening was higher than the closing. So this is how this is a red candle. So hope you understand how it is formed, a green or a red. You can go back and check any particular candles. You can see here the opening was 279.95 and the closing was 280.65 because the opening was lesser than the closing. That is where this was a green candle. So let's understand, as I said, two candlesticks pattern. So you will always have to analyze candlesticks pattern for to take trades. So it depends on which time frame you're choosing and how is the candle formed at say, is it formed on a upper chart or it is formed on a downside of the chart. So that also decides how you're going to take a trade on that particular chart pattern. As I said, we are going to learn about two reversal patterns. So let's understand first on a bullish reversal pattern. So today we are talking about morning star. Morning star is nothing but is one of a bullish reversal pattern, and this particular candle is a three candle pattern chat patterns. So usually there are, when you take about chat patterns, they have single chat patterns and two candlesticks patterns and three candlesticks pattern. When you're talking about morning star, this is a three candlesticks pattern. So let's understand how it is formed and how do you take a trade on it. So I'm taking an example of that. So I've taken a chart of and show you how the morning star is formed. So let's see where is the morning star formed in this particular candle. So I'll just change the time frame to see where is the morning star formed. Okay, you can find, see, this was a downtrend. The stock was trading somewhere around 500 and it almost fell. This was the down, and here you can find a morning star. As I said, this is a three candlestick pattern. So this is called a morning star. When it is formed on a downtrend, this would be a bullish reversal. You can find after the candle of this, you can see the stock is moved up. So how do you take a trade on it? Whenever you're finding a morning star on a downtrend, you will always have to see the first candle and the third candle. So the first candle, this third candle closing should always be 50% more than the first candle. Then only you can find a better trade after that. So this is, you can find this particular closing is more than 50% of the first candle. So that is where you can find the trend is up after the pattern of morning star here. Similarly, we will check on the other stock if we can find some pattern on that. So I've taken Kotak Bank. Let's see if we can find any morning stars on this. Okay, yeah, you can find this is one more. See, the trend was down and you find a morning star here, and after that you can see this candle is closed much higher than the first candle. So you can also find the reversal of the stock when it was trading low and it now moving up. So this is how the moment would be there after you find a morning star. So this is one of the a very good chat pattern where you can find to take a trade upon. And I've taken on a daily chart. You can also change the time frames to look out for a better trades. So this is all about morning star. So let's understand what is evening star. As I said, morning star would be formed on a downtrend. The evening star would be on the top side of it. Okay, let me see. See, this is how you can find a evening star here itself. You can see this closing is much higher than the first candle. So this you can consider as a evening star. So after the trend is up, you find a evening star here. After that, you can find the stock is moved down. You get a good trade after this. So this is called a evening star. So let's analyze one more stock to find an evening star. So let me take ICICI Bank and understand if we can find any good trades on that. Yes. This also you can consider as an evening star. I'll tell you why. You can find the stock has moved up from here to here, and after that it made a low, again high and low. You can find lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So as you got 2 point connectivity, and after that you find evening star, you can also take a trade on this. After that formation, you can see the third candle is also closed much below the first candle. You can see the stock has moved down. So you can consider this also as a evening star. So we are talking about the first candlestick, that is a hammer. As the name suggests, it looks like a hammer. You can find the candle here where it has a small body where there is no upper wick, or maybe it has a small upper wick and the lower wick would be long. And where is it formed? That matters a lot. And this is formed at the bottom of a downtrend. This is the trend down, and you find this at the bottom. Okay, and then it is called to be a bullish reversal candlestick pattern. So now let's understand more in detail, looking out how this candle is formed in the charts for a better understanding. So I'm just taking a random chart. So there's something called Sri Cement. So I've just picked up a daily chart of it. So let's understand how these hammers formed. Okay. So let's find. Yes, you can see a downtrend here and here. If you can just see here, after the downtrend, you can find a hammer here, and after that you can see how this stock has moved up. And here the color of the candle does not matter. It can be a green or a red, but it has to be formed at the bottom. Okay, but usually when it is a green candle, it gives you a better bullish side than compared to be a red. But it doesn't matter on the color of the candle. Okay, you can find this in this candle. Let me go and check for others. Let me change the graph. Okay. Let's find on Tata Motors if there is any. Yeah, you can see here the trend is down, and here you can find a hammer. So let me just show you. Yes, you can see this is a green candle, and after that the stock has moved up. So this is a hammer which is formed at the bottom. Yeah, after the trend is down, this is formed at the bottom. Okay, and if you can just check on more a bit further down. Yeah, Not finding any here. Let me check on the other chart if I can find and show you. Yes, here it is. See, the trend is down and you can find a hammer here. And after the stock is moved up. Okay, this is how it would work. So basically the color of the candle does not matter, but it has to be formed at the bottom of the trend, downtrend, and after that you can see the trend reversal in the stock. Now let's understand the other pattern, which is hanging man, which is a bearish reversal pattern. So before checking on the charts, let's understand what is a hanging man. Hanging man is similar candle which is of a hammer, but where is it formed matters a lot. So this candle also will have a small body with a long lower wick and a small or a no upper wick, and this is a bearish reversal candlestick pattern. Why? Because when it is formed in a uptrend, that is on the top, when it is formed, it gives you a signal that the stock is going to go further down now. Means to say, once the uptrend is over and you find this on the top, it is suggesting that the stock would not further move up, where the trend is going to reverse from there. So let's understand more about it looking at the charts. Yeah, I've taken a chart of Maruti. Let's see if we can find any hanging man here. Yeah, here it is. The trend of the stock was up. You can find a hanging man here, and post that you can see the stock is given a reversal in the trend. So let's see in any other stock where you can find better ones. Let me pick ICICI Bank and see if it is there. Yes, here you can see the trend is up. You can find a hanging man here. Let me just show you this. Yes, the hanging man is here, and after that you can see the trend is reversed. The stock is fallen from there. So let's see if there is any other. So you can find hammer here on the stock. After the downtrend, you can find a hammer and the stock is moved up. You can find one hanging man here. Is inverted hammer. As the name suggests itself, it's just opposite of the hammer candle which we saw in the last video. So here again the body of the candle will be very small, and there could be a small or no wick on the lower, and the upper wick would be a long. Usually it has to be the double size of the real body. And here again the color of the candle doesn't matter, but if it is a green candle, it gives you more of bullishness. And usually this pattern predicts that the buyers are pushing the prices and upside and indicating a trend reversal. So that is why it just looks opposite of a hammer, and it's a bullish reversal pattern. As I said, it has a small body and the wick on the higher should be double the size of the real body. And where is it formed? It is formed at the bottom. Likewise, the hammer, inverted hammer, is also found at the bottom of the downtrend. So let's get into the charts to see examples of inverted hammer. So in this chart of Reliance, I've taken a daily chart. You can see here, after the downfall, at the bottom you can see an inverted hammer here, and post that you can see the stock is moved up. So this is the example of inverted hammer. The body is really small and it has a little lower wick, and the upper wick you can view, it is double the size of the real body. So let's see one more example. Let me take Hero Honda. So I've taken a chart of Hero Motors. You can find here an inverted hammer. This is here. You can find the stock is moved up post that. Okay, here it is. So the body is real and the wick is longer, so it is moved up from here. So let's get started with another chart pattern, which is shooting star. Shooting star again is a single candle pattern, and this looks opposite of a hanging man pattern. As likewise the hanging man, this is also formed at the top of the uptrend, and this also has a small body with no lower wick and a long upper wick, and this is a bearish reversal pattern. So let's get into the charts to see more about the examples of shooting star. Yeah, looking at this chart of Hero Motors, you can find a shooting star here. See, the trend was up, the stock has moved up, and at the top you can find a shooting star here. So let me mark it so that it gives you. You can find it here. The body is really small and the wick, upper wick is in a good size. So this you can find. After that the stock is fallen. So this is one example of a shooting star. The color of the candle doesn't matter, but it has to be formed at the top of the uptrend. And if it is of a red candle, a real red candle body, it gives you more bearishness. It usually indicates that the buyers are losing the ground and the sellers are pushing the price lower. So this is what the trend reversal would suggest on the downside after the formation of a shooting star. So let's see one more example for shooting star. Let me take example of SBI. Let's see if we can find any shooting star on this. Yeah, you can find a shooting star here. After the price is moved up here, you can find a shooting star here, and you can see the drop post that. In the same chart, you can also find a hammer. Hammer again is a bullish trend reversal. After the stock is fallen, you can find the hammer at the bottom and at the price is moved up. And post that you can find here there is a shooting star and the stock is moved up. So let's get started. Doji candle basically is a form of candlestick pattern where the open and the close of price is almost the same. Here the lower wick or the upper wick, the length can vary, and to understand what is the trend all about after the formation of doji, it is very important for you to know the price action prior to the doji formation. So only then you will be able to decide upon the next move in the price or the market as such. What does a doji signifies? Doji signifies indecisiveness. Basically, as the buyers and sellers are almost the same, so you will have to wait and watch how the next candle formation is all about to know the trend reversal or how is it going to be. So this is all about the doji as such, and there are types of doji formation as well. There are 4 types of dojis as such. So how do they vary is the types of doji actually depends on the length of their wicks. So on the length of the upper wick and the lower wick, there are four types of doji. So let's see the first one. The first one is a standard doji. It's look almost like a plus mark. So let's see where it is. It's a very basic form of doji candlestick pattern, and this might appear at the top or the bottom of the trend, indicating a trend reversal. As I said, it's look almost like a plus sign. So you can find a doji candle here. So it is appeared at the bottom of the downtrend. So after that you can see the prices of the market is moved up after that. So this is a example of a standard doji. So the next type of doji where we can see is a long leg doji. As the name suggests itself, it's the lower wick and the upper wick are quite long as compared to a standard doji. So this is how the long leg doji looks like. And the third one is a dragonfly doji. How does a dragonfly doji looks is where it's almost look like a T, in the sense the lower wick is very long and there might be a small or no upper wick here. So this is how the dragonfly doji will reflect. This is a bullish candlestick pattern, and this indicates that the price might move up further. So this is what the indication of a dragonfly doji is. You can find the dragonfly doji here. So it looks similar to this. So this is a dragonfly doji. And the last form of doji is gravestone doji. This is opposite of a dragonfly doji, where the upper wick is very long and there is no or a very small lower wick, and this is a bearish reversal candlestick, which indicates that the price might go further down. So you can find the form of gravestone doji just like this. So these are the examples for different types of doji. Hope this was helpful video. If you're new to our channel, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Happy trading.